What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1.
And we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater
War. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you want to ask us a question about Warhammer 40K, simply comment down below. Put question in front of your question, because we get to those questions first. And that is what Wolfie of Honor did. This is a long one, and I'm a horrible reader. There are billions of self-governing worlds within the Imperium of mankind. They have freedoms to govern and rule themselves the way they see fit, except a few restrictions, which I call heresy control measures. So my question is, what would be considered heretical in 40K that right now is normal / casual thing in ours? For example, individual freedoms, freedom of speech, freedom of sexuality, etc. So right now, currently, what we're doing right now would be considered heresy. So YouTube and just basically speaking your voice, speaking about your interests and your hobbies would be heresy and Warhammer.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, basically. To just basically take the not the 10 Commandments. Take the Constitution. Nope, that's not what I wanted. The Bill of Rights. Everything on there, mostly everything on there, would be heresy. Yes, even the right to bear arms. Because the Imperium has their planetary defense force. If you are a citizen, you are not allowed to have, carry, or have any type of connection to weapons that could kill more than a group of people. So yeah.
Yeah, freedom of speech, like you were saying, is not a good thing, because you could say, oh, F the Emperor, oh, heresy, bam, you're dead.
Yep.
You can't even say, oh, I wish I was a Imperial Guard, because it's like you have your own place in this system, and it's like you can't question it.
No religions.
No, you can't do religions. You can't praise any other god besides the god Emperor.
Even if your planet had a pre-existing religion that made way more sense than what the Imperium is giving you, that's gone. What's going to happen is the same thing that happened to the Americas when the Europeans came over and they brought Christianity. What started happening is that the two, the old religions and Christianity started melding together. Yeah, so that's why you have the Virgen de Guadalupe, and it's different saints, but in reality they're really just rewritten accounts of old pagan gods and stuff like that. You would see that in the Imperial Creed, which is what happens. That's why the what do the Vulcan people worship? The Promethean cult. That's what the Promethean cult is kind of like. It's a different twist to the Imperial Creed, but in reality it was a cult that was already on Vulcan. Vulcan is the name of the planet, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I don't think it was Vulcan, but it's close to it.
Yeah, so it's basically it was a
Nocturne.
Yeah, wait, no,
because that's
It's the Night Lord's guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's the cult, and it was pre-existing. The Imperial Creed came about. Horace Heresy happened or whatever, and then it gets twisted and molded into one. So I guess religions somehow.
Yeah, as long as it pertains to the Emperor, you're good.
Yeah. Also, weapon technology or alien technology. You'd be shot in the head for using it.
You can't be friends with any aliens. So sorry, ET.
Yeah.
You can't even look to the skies.
The skies, yeah. Well, because you can't. You're gonna be in a hive city.
Well, even if you learn about chaos, you're considered a heretic. Exactly. They try to keep that a secret.
Mm-hmm. Next question.
This one's by Milo Porter. Can you people make more squat videos, like war gear and vehicles, and a weird boy video too? Who do you think would win, squats or Imperial Beastmen?
So, we have all those videos, and that's the lore. Mm-hmm. If we do any more lore on it, it would really just be based off of assumptions, not canon. If we can get a hold of some squat, old school codexes,
that'd be nice.
That'd be nice, yeah. But I don't even know where we would find it. I guess eBay.
eBay, yeah. But yeah, who would win between squats and like Beastmen? Well,
yeah, we're still talking about we are
40K. Yeah.
What would you say?
I'd go with the Beastmen stuff, because like squats, they're more technologically advanced, but if you take away their technology, they're kind of at a disadvantage in close combat, where Beastmen would be like bulkier, more able to take the punishment.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, I feel like a squat would be a lot more armored when it comes to like a hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Than a Beastman. A Beastman would like run up to them, probably with just like minimum armor, and so it would be a really interesting fight. There's two different factions that unfortunately are gone forever now.
Yeah, because like they used to be part of the same faction, but
abhumans. Next question comes from Dark Lightning. Oh, no, that's not a question.
Alright, this one says, question, so it better be a question. Freak Style 95. I've seen Primarchs depicted as being different sizes in various artworks. For example, Angron, in a battle with dead Space Marines, they were like his playthings. And other examples show them as slightly larger than Space Marines. Is that artistic preference, or are they actually monumental or normal sizes? Monumental or normal sizes?
So they're bigger than Space Marines. The biggest is going to be your Vulcan.
Well, Magnus was pretty big too.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, they're I think they're 2 feet taller than Space Marines. And Space Marines are 10 feet tall.
So they're like 12 feet. 13,
or 9.
13 feet.
Are they 9? Or Space Marine? Is it 9 or 10?
I know they're like bigger than regular people, is like the tallest. So like, you know, like Yao Ming's like what, 7 feet? Shaq's like 7 feet.
Are they really? Damn. Space Marines are huge then. I feel like that's wrong then. But yes, they're taller. And they're like huge, monstrous beings.
Yeah, so like the reason why they're depicted as, like regular Space Marines are depicted as like being playthings for the Primarchs, because the Primarchs, not only they're bigger, they're faster and they have more combat experience. So like it would be like an MMA fighter fighting against like a 12-year-old or something like that.
Next question comes from Harry Anderson. What would happen if all of the Primarchs, not half of them, sided with Horace? What would the galaxy look like?
Chaos run.
Well,
because if all the Primarchs went to Chaos, like...
I think it would be like... But I think what the Emperor would have done is like created... Because he was creating a webway portal. So I think what he would have done is like ran or had to escape into the webway. And then with the aid of probably the Eldar, killed his 20 Primarch, or well, 18 Primarchs, because again, they were a means to an end. The Primarchs were there to help the Great Crusade, or push along the Great Crusade, but if they turn against the Emperor, no matter how sad it is, the Emperor would still, kill them, because he did kill Horace, and that was his favorite son. So I don't think he would have any problem with, like, crushing the head of Lorgar for starting all of this.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, I don't know if he'd have even the time to do all this, because, he was having such a hard time just keeping, basically half of them at bay. And now you've got the other guys. You've got, the Imperial Fists won't be there to defend Terra. So it's basically Primarchs and Space Marines going up against the Custodes and the Imperial Guard. So.
Yeah, and you won't have Rogaldorn to fortify Terra, so yeah, I think an escape would be his only option. Next question.
This one's by George Torres. Are Chapter Masters larger than fellow Space Marines?
Depends on what type of armor they have.
Yeah. Second question. Did Magnus ever figure out that it was Horace that convinced Leman Russ into attacking Prospero?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about it, but like, even if he did find out, like, Horace is dead, so.
Yeah.
And then his last question is, how is the treaty with Leman Russ and Fenris going? Like, did they meet or something? Huh? Treaty
What
between
treaty?
Lehman Russ and the Fenris Wolves.
Fenrisian wolves.
I'm not too sure.
So if you're talking about the tribesmen, like there is no real treaty. They just know that there are beings of like mythological proportions out in the wilderness that come and like take their best warriors, and they're powerless to do anything about it. And they wouldn't want to do anything about it because it's a great honor to be chosen. A lot of Fenrisian tribes, like the warriors, are the ones that are chosen to become space wolves are actually slain warriors. So it's like, oh, they're reviving our greatest warrior, and now he's gone, and he's a god. So
I think they call them Sky Warriors, right?
yeah, something like that. Yep. Next question comes from George Pantoja or Jorge Pantoja. Can you do a 40 facts video on the Greater Wah? I think that would be meta as hell. Yeah, I don't think we can come up with 40 facts about this.
Fact number 1. You answer your questions.
Fact number 2. Put question for your question. Alright, next question.
This one is by DXCEGRPC, which we answered in the previous video, so check that one out. The next one is Imperior Crisp Co. Which is strongest, the Vengeful Spirit, the Phalanx, or Big E's battle barge, the Besiphilis? I believe that's how it's pronounced. I'm gonna go with the Emperor's, because it's a freaking Emperor's battleship, so.
Yep, ditto. Thunder Spear asks, what is the deal with Tau souls? Do they go to the warp? Do they even have souls? There's nothing in the lore that speaks about what they believe in the afterlife. I think their afterlife is like our afterlife. It's just myth and legend.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to you when you die.
It's just black.
It's like going to sleep and waking up, but you don't wake up. Yeah. There's a 40 facts video on the afterlife of Warhammer 40K where we break it down race by race. We might have something on the Tau. I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, check it out.
This one is by Morton Sando. Can Grot join the Tau and the Greater Good? I mean, they could, but I mean, they probably won't be much help.
Yeah. Next question comes from Zach Reyes. Warhammer Fantasy happens in a world located inside Warhammer 40K universe, or it happens years before 40K, like in Terra. So they're actually two separate universes, and as we've talked about before, there might be a possibility that Sigmar is a Primarch. So there's like theories and stuff like that. If you check out 40, no, what's his name? Warhammer Theories? What's the YouTube channel? Warhammer Theories? Or is it 40K Theories? I think he's
40K Theories.
Yeah, 40K Theories talks about this, about the Sigmar
being a Primarch.
Yes.
The last Primarch.
So check out that channel if you haven't. You probably have. Next question.
Gauli Chiltis? I don't know how to pronounce that, but you ask, what do you guys think about GW's announcement to have more representation in 40K? Do you think that this will ruin everything, just like they did with Marvel?
That's a really good question that we're gonna save for next video.
Yeah, that's a doozy. So
stay tuned for tomorrow where we answer that question for you in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I was gonna say for the Greater Wall.
No, it's Dragon Ball Z.
But yeah, thanks for all the questions, guys. This was a very good, thought-provoking video, and stay tuned. So,
Gershwin.
Sound Alchemist signing out.